Hello, this is Steve, and I want to show you another trading idea. This is one I use. I wish I was a little more disciplined in it as far as the safe ways, which I'll get into in just a moment. But this goes off of the opening range, so I'm looking at an opening range for the Dow. I also do this for the S&P and for the NASDAQ. The S&P and the Dow, I use a 5-minute opening range. The NASDAQ, I use a 3-minute opening range. But what I look for here is this first 5 minutes. So let me move this screen over a minute. Here is 35.033 to 34.966. So you see this orange, these two orange lines, that's the opening range for the Dow. So that is a 67-point opening range. And then what I like to look for is 25% and 50% points for this particular trade idea. And first what I do is all these blue dots are 67 points above the line. So if I thought the market was going to go down, or if the market was going down, I would have blue dots going this way as well. But so the blue dot here is, the first blue dot is 35.100, which is 67 points from the opening range high, and then another 67 points, which is 167, and then another 67 points, which is 234. So each day is going to be a little different. Each opening range will be different. Some could be 40 points, it could be 120, or whatever. So you base it on what the opening range is. But 25% of 67 is 16 points. So if I'm looking for a trade, one way to trade this is once it hits the that trigger point, so 67 points above the opening range high, so that blue dot, I would sell it. So sell and look for a 16-point move or 16-point profit. It doesn't show on here, but you would need it down to 84, and you can see right here it hits 82. So not much heat. Got up to 103 before it hit the goal. So it'd be 16 points on the Dow. The other way, and then same thing here. So I'll just run through the 25s minute. So same thing here. Hits 167. Your high is 175, so you had 8 points of heat, and it gave you a win. Came down to 146 here. I moved to the 1-minute chart just so you can see a little better, but and I have to move the blue dots over, but you know, that would be your high, and then you needed 84, you got 84. Same thing here, you would 167, which is right on this bar here, and you would need down to 150-ish, and you can see the next minute you had a winner. So in those two cases, it was a win, and fairly quickly within a few minutes if you're going for the 25%. Let me move it back over to the 5-minute chart though. Okay, so those are both wins. Win here, win here. We'll see what happens over here. Usually I don't like to trade after 1 o'clock for sure for this particular trade idea, and there's other things that I can go into in another video. But the other way to trade it is 50%. So you're looking for to go half back. So in today's case, it would be 33. These red diamonds are the 50% back. As you can see, if you're going for 50%, you shorted it at 100. You're looking to get it out at 67. It did not hit that. It got to as low as 70. Mid 70, 77 or so. So it did not hit that. So you're still in the trade. You could then additionally take another trade here. And you can see the red dot or red triangle here, and you eventually had a win. So it's a nice little system, et cetera, et cetera. You can do well. The issues with this system or trade idea is you can take a lot of heat for particular trades. So market could just keep going up like it did if you were looking for 50%, and now you're kind of stuck in it. You have to place another trade, and who's to say it doesn't go all the way up here, and so forth. So so you can make some money doing that, but you're going to have some really, really big losing days as well. The safest way, or the most safe way to trade, and I use that in quotation marks, obviously nothing is safe, but what I've found is if you only trade this, so just basically cherry pick it, obviously you're not going to want to cherry pick it during an FOMC announcement or something crazy like that. But during a normal trading day, you know, where you don't have surprise news or something like that, this is going to work out best. So only trade it after, so right down here, only trade it after a 25% target did not reach the previous trade. So what you would do is, for example, let's say this never came down to the 84 that we needed. I wouldn't have traded, so don't trade this one. You're only waiting until one fails. And then if this one failed, you would trade this one. Again, only for the 25%. It tends not to have two 25% losses in a row. It's happened, I'm sure. And then you can add up here if you so desire to get the profits back. Or if you're looking for 50% profit, do it only if 2 times it failed. So not this time. It failed here. You wouldn't trade it here for 50%, but you would trade it up here if this one had failed. You could trade it up here. And your win rate is going to be very, very good. You're not probably going to have to add too many additional contracts. Again, watch for it if, you know, ends up being a news type of day and the opening range is only 30 points or something like that. That can go through those blue dots really quickly. But in general, that is the way to do it. In this particular case, in today's case, if you're trading strictly to 25 and you're not doing this most safe way, but you're doing just the 25, you would win 16 points here, 16 points here. So you'd have 32 points on the Dow. For one lot of the regular Dow, that's, you know, $160 or so for the Dow. Now, if you're trading strictly for the 30 or for the 50%, in this case, you would be short at 100. The way that you would want to do it is go long here. I mean, excuse me, go add a contract here. So add an additional contract here. So you're short from 100. You're short from 167. So your average is about 133, which is where you need to get the market to in order for the 50% to be a win. So in this case, you would exit here with a break-even trade. So you lost the first one. You made money on the second one. You basically broke even. If you wanted to add additional contracts, you could do so. The way to do it, if you're doing, in my opinion, the way to do it, if you're doing 25%, and again, not doing the safest way, but trading every 25%, is you would want to trade, say, one contract here, and then you want to triple it. So trade 3 contracts here. And again, that's why you want to kind of do the safest way, because you're going to get into a whole lot of contracts there. But anyway, I would do this. This has done very well, the safest way. Again, you're not going to have a trade every day. You're going to have to watch it a little bit. If you have it in the background, you can put some alarms and so forth on. But it has worked. I've done all right with it. I trade the unsafe way, I suppose, sometimes, but I try and load up on the more safe trades. So hopefully this is helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll talk to you soon.